Hello, Art-Alchemy community. So today I'm bringing you the Daniel Smith dot cards. I know some of you might have seen a little short I did yesterday. So I went to Blick, our store in Pasadena, here in Southern California, and I got this 66 dot card for like $5, something like that. So I didn't want the 200. They didn't have it anyway. So I thought this would be perfect for me to try on different type of Daniel Smith watercolors. I have some, and they're all tubes. So I wanted to expand, in case of when I want to expand, and they do sell them there at the store as well, because I saw a variety of them. So I didn't swatch all of them, but I did swatch some from all three different. So this is Primatech ones, and these are the Quinacridone and different ones, and these are just iridescent or luminescent. I really liked all of them from the I like the luminescent. Those are my favorite. I wanted to try some of the Quinacridone because I hear people, they tell me that Quinacridone rose is amazing, even in oil painting. So I wanted to try that, and yeah, I tried some of them, and I found some of the colors to be very similar. So if you buy one, there's no need to buy like Quinacridone pink. Like, I think you could easily make that. Rose Madder was a little bit disappointed. It was actually pretty clear. It wasn't as the ready as I thought. I know that's not a word, but so this is the little swatch card that I did, because I had this little piece of just around, so I thought I used it. And for the iridescent, and at first they weren't showing up, but then I noticed that I did like a little bit of more color, and they did, and yeah, they came out really pretty. I think out of them, the Daniel Smith or iridescent are the most soft compared to Van Gogh and all this and that, but I really like that, I guess. And I noticed that the names are very similar to some of the colors, so I like that, because I like to do a painting with the color, and then I like to put the iridescent on top. I swatched them on I finally got this out, because I saw that Blick had a bigger watercolor block of Fabriano, so I was like, I have a small one, let me try it and see. I had a feeling I was gonna like it. I haven't bought that one for Blick yet. It's like 100 sheets or something like that, so it's like for $18. So I was like, whoa, I definitely want to get that. That way I just have one big watercolor book at home, and I don't have to and I'll just use my small ones for small things or whatnot. But I got this from St. Louis art supply when I got stuff back in December, January. So, and I think it was January because it was for my birthday. I remember that. And look, I did some of the Daniel Smith, and I noticed that this is I don't know why people don't like it. I really do like texture with my watercolor, so it definitely has texture. So and I like that, because I feel like the color that believe it or not, the Daniel Smith, because I've had the watercolors and I work with them, and I noticed when it's when the watercolor is not texture, they you have to use a lot of water, because it's like how should I say it? It's kind of like a face cream, where it's creamy but it won't really spread like the rest of the watercolors. And I found that to be like interesting. So I said, well, they're good, high quality, so let me try them on a different paper. Sure enough, on the Fabriano, they did really well. I barely had to use any water, and when I did, they spread like butter. They spread super quick. So I really like that, and I really like this little size of a Fabriano. I think it's kind of cute. It's a 4x8. It's super cute, because it's like, I think for swatch stuff, I think it's a really good one, because then you could just swatch and put the line in the middle, but you don't have to do much to it, But so I used it for that purpose, for two purposes. One, I wanted to use it, and two, I wanted to see how the Daniel Smith watercolors worked on this surface. And granted, these are the dots, so I'm going to try the tubes that I have and see how they do. But yeah, I really like the way that, and I noticed it on here. I said, oh wow, I didn't notice it was texture until I actually saw that, and I saw this, and I was just playing around with some of the colors. I did put the iridescent on top because I tried to swatch them here by themselves, and it wouldn't show on here very much, as you know. So I was like, oh okay, I'll just put it on top. And yeah, I was really pleased. I like to doodle, and I could use this in my journals and stuff. This I was really bummed about. This is the Quinacridone, what is it? No, it's not Quinacridone. It's the Garnet Genuine. And Garnet is my birthstone, and I thought it would be kind of like, there's different shades of Garnet, and this is the one shade I do not like because this is the more earthy, leaning into like the brownish. Now this I could do, and I think it's very similar. I put the iridescent on top, and so I was like, oh, I could still get it. And if I get that iridescent, I believe it's ruby or dual cactus flower, I think I put both, it'll create this atmosphere. So this I could do this. So I noticed that, see, I put some of the iridescent, and it's showing it. You can see it on camera. So yeah, I also did a small painting because I wanted to try how will they do, and I had a feeling. So this is my Paul Rubens hot press, like glittery watercolor paper that I bought, and I only use it when like I want to do something really nice. Well, this is, I don't know if my rose came out really nice, but I really like it, and I really like the watercolor for Daniel Smith, how well it also did very well on this paper. So I'm sure Paul Rubens won't be mad if I if I use a lot of his stuff that I have with my with my Daniel Smith. I mean, I'm sure Daniel Smith would watercolors would be excellent. I mean, as you can see. So for Swatch, the Fabriano, they did good. And for here, I mean, you could even see, because this paper for Paul Rubens, that's why I bought it. It has like a natural, it has a little glittery effect, and it wasn't showing. See, it doesn't show on there, but it shows on here. And I noticed that with my other watercolors, I could barely see it, but on here you could actually see it on camera. So live you could see it even more. So I really like that. I really like, and it actually did well on for the hot press. Usually on I noticed that my other watercolors do not spread as fast as these Daniel Smith dot cards on Paul Rubens on this, because it's hot press watercolor paper. But because I like it, and this actually eliminates me putting the iridescent and luminescent, because those watercolors are expensive. I don't know why, and I like sparkly stuff. I think it's joyful. I don't put it on everything, but I do put it like a good, probably 85% to 80% of my work. So yeah, so look how beautiful. And this is where I told you I try a lot of the Quinacridone reds, and you wouldn't see in here, there's like 5 or 6 different ones. So I started with the Quinacridone, I do believe rose or Quinacridone, yeah. And then I tried the fuchsia, I tried the wisteria. Wisteria is one of my favorite. It's actually up here. It's one of the softer ones of wisteria, but I really like that watercolor. And then I tried Quinacridone Lilac. I really like that one too. Quinacridone Pink. Gold I didn't really like. It's the one like right there by the leaf. I thought it was like for this one. Rose Madder, I think, is on here, and I don't know where, because it kind of, I think it's one of these melty ones. It kind of melt away. It's so weird. So Rose Madder, no, I wouldn't buy that. So I think I'm only gonna get like Quinacridone Lilac, Quinacridone Fuchsia, Wisteria, Quinacridone Rose. Maybe I started with Quinacridone Rose, and I put a lot of it, and you could barely see it on here after I started layering it with the other Quinacridones. Quinacridone Purple too, it's mostly in the middle, And that's the one that I outlined it around because it kind of showed, and I really like that one as well. I think I do believe I have Quinacridone Magenta already, and that one's really powerful. I have it actually. But if I were you, because that's why I wanted to try it, and I'm glad I listened to the other YouTubers, and I actually got a sheet of Daniel Smith dots so I could try them. But if I were you, I wouldn't get no more than 3 different like the purple quinacridones. If you're gonna get one of the quinacridones, rose or red, get one, and then get one of the purples, and then get like a wisteria or like a greenish. I tried lavender and I didn't really like it. It was way too soft compared, and it was kind of like on the blue side. I don't like lavender on the blue side. I like lavender more on violet side. So like I wouldn't buy, like I said, a bunch of the quinacridones. Like if you buy magenta, that's a powerful one. You could actually make the rose if you mix a little bit of another like let's say a alizarin crimson. You could actually make it lighter, because I actually made that in oil, and it came out. I like the way it came out. It came out really pretty. But yeah, if you get the fuchsia, purple, wisteria, and then the Quinacridone Lilac, you wouldn't need any of the other ones. I really like this. So yeah, that's on the quinacridone. So make sure you make note about that if you're gonna eventually branch out to Daniel Smith. So I really like this these leaves and the background that I did on green, and that was the Cascade Green. Oh my god, so pretty, and it went well with my iridescent duochrome emerald. So I'm gonna try and put it on here. But yeah, so pretty. Iridescent jade is really pretty, but it's softer. So that's when I figured out that, oh, I could actually use I use like that the regular watercolors, and I used iridescent on top. But on here I didn't have to